Your Lovable mobile application is slow, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can make it fast. Now, first of all, you need to know that Lovable now uses TanStack Start. They do no longer use React Vite. Now, the benefit of React Vite for mobile applications, for PWAs, for quick mobile native feeling experiences is that React Vite is client-side rendered. So redirects inside of the single page application feel instant because you do not need to reload the entire page and server-side render the page. But now, if you're creating a new project in Lovable, by default, it will use TanStack Start, which you can take a look at that here, which is a server-side rendering framework. Server-side rendering means that every time your user requests the page, the server has to fully generate the HTML for the user. This means on every redirect, on every button click, you go somewhere, and then it has to send it to the browser. That is a network round trip. It means, it has to contact a server outside of your region, could be across the entire globe, and that will take time, and then the user will get the page with a slight delay. Now, if you're building an application where quick redirects matter, like a mobile experience, this is for most mobile experiences not acceptable at all. So you want to have client-side rendering like you have with React Vite, and I'm going to show you how you can set this up in Lovable with just a simple prompt. Client-side rendering means your user requests the page, it immediately gets a very quick HTML and JavaScript bundle sent to your server. It doesn't have to construct the site, it doesn't have to load the data on the server, wait a few seconds till it's constructed from your database, all that kind of stuff. And, it doesn't have to do that. It skips it. It just gives you the JavaScript, gives you the HTML, and then you can show skeleton loaders so it feels instant. You can cover up a 2-second delay, where if you have a 2-second delay because you need to load data from your database on a server-side rendering application, that is just part of a long loading, experience in the browser, or in the PWA, or in your web view application, whatever it is that you're doing, and it's not nice to cover up. While if you can get a very minimal version of your app instantly, you can show a loader, you can show cache data, you can show data from local storage while you're actually making the network request. Or you can make one network request for multiple pages, and it's not necessarily faster. The load times would usually be the same. It's just that once the page is loaded, it's loaded with client-side rendering. Where with server-side rendering, you most of the times end up doing every redirect is a new page load. While with client-side rendering, we'll load the page once, we'll get all the data, and then we can instantly navigate within it. So it's a more mobile first, more native feeling experience that you can get. And that's what many people want when you're building a mobile app in Lovable. Progressive web app, something with Despia where you're getting it on the App Store and Play Store, whatever it is that you're doing. So how do you fix this? Because as you can see here on the TanStack documentation, it's server-side rendering true, but you can also make it false. And that is the fix for many people. Now, you still need to consider that turning off server-side rendering will have some SEO impact. So most of the people, if you have a landing page, if you have a blog, you want to separate those in two projects. You can have one project in Lovable that's your blog and your website for marketing, where you have SEO and you have server-side rendering, and redirects may take a little bit longer. And you can have another one that's the actual application, where you have client-side rendering. You can split it up, and that's usually the best way to maintain those things and to manage those things. So now let me show you how you can set this up. So I have a whole blog post that I wrote on how to fix this. Lovable mobile app slow, turn off server-side rendering and TanStack Start. And if you go in here, there is a whole prompt that you can copy. So I'm just going to copy the prompt from the blog, and you'll find the blog also below in the description. I'm just going to copy it. And now I'm going to go into Lovable and I'll paste my prompt, right? There you go. Now, this is going to be sent to the AI, and the AI will set this up. Let's take a look at what the prompt actually says. Oh, wrong page. There you go. My project is a mobile app. It does not need SEO and nothing is crawled by search engines. So server-side rendering is costing for no benefit. Please make it fully client rendered, make it a fully client rendered app, and in-app navigation instant. Do all of the following. There you go. Disable server-side rendering globally in TanStack Start by setting default SSR in the Start instance. Find every place that navigates by changing the URL directly, meaning window.location.href, window.location.assign, window.location, or a plain href, a tag pointing at the internal route. Replace with a router's link component or the navigate function, which essentially means you can do like navigate. Well, normally when you have a link, which is an A tag, you put that on the page, right? That forces the browser to reload the entire page, and it'll be slow and it'll take some time for it to properly navigate. If you just use the link component or the navigate function, which can run with JavaScript, it's not really doing a real page redirect. It'll do a fake page redirect that'll be a lot faster and will have a better experience. So then it says leave external links and then move route data loading to the client so route changes do not a server round trip. It's important. Make sure any redirects in auth guards happen through the router. It does a little bit cut off, it's hard to read. To the router on the client, not a server redirect. Enable link preloading on intent, so a screen starts loading when the user touches the link. Add a lightweight loading state for routes that fetch data, so the screen changes immediately and the content fills in instead of the app freezing until the data arrives, because sometimes you'll just have a loader and then it'll do nothing. Do not change my UI, my styling, or my Supabase schema. Tell me which files you changed and list every navigation you converted. There you go. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to read because you have to move, otherwise like 10% is cut off. But there you go. So, and there is another one if you already have a landing page, how to do kind of like half-half. But for most people that are building a mobile app, only this one will have relevancy. So now we'll have the setup here, and then you can copy it. It's also more explained in the blog post here with all the details. When to leave server-side rendering on and how to do it, how you can combine it with native features if you're already building a mobile application. Everything is covered. So now we'll go back to Lovable, and now we'll see what Lovable said. Done, fully client rendered with instant router navigation, files changed, there you go, it lists the files, navigation converted, and it told me what it did. So now I'm just going to publish a new version of my application, and we will see that the application now is a lot faster out of the box, because now we're not just like doing a full page redirect. We're using the data that's already there and we're recycling it. And recycling the data means we can stay on the page and we can just change the route. And the cool thing about that is that doesn't need a new redirect, it doesn't need another network request, and that makes the whole thing a lot quicker and faster. So now while Lovable is publishing this, or it's already done, let's visit the site. Now keep in mind that Lovable may cache it on their end. So what can happen is that it may take a couple of minutes for Lovable to update this on their backend, on their caching. Usually when you make those kinds of significant changes, the first page load may be a little bit slow because it still is updating the cache and it needs to move everything accordingly. But now, as you can see, the page is loaded. And now let's take a look at the redirects. Now you can just inspect elements here, go to the network tab, and then you'll be able to see if it actually does a redirect or not. So let's go to history, and you see it doesn't do a full page redirect. And now we have a nice loading screen here, and everything has, an instant feeling to it. Now, one thing that we may want to consider is it always reloads the history. It could also reload the history in the background, which may be a better option. So I'm just going to add one prompt manually. Preload all pages data, so we do not need a loader, and the redirects are instant and data keeps updated in the background. There you go. So what we can do is, because right now when we redirect, as you can see here, sometimes it still has a loader and it doesn't feel that quick. So an easy way to go around that is by having the data preloaded, so we do not need to wait for the network request to finish, and then we'll just load the cached data that is kind of like preloaded. So now the AI is setting that up, and those are some simple things how you can make your application feel a lot faster, a lot quicker, a lot snappier. Usually it's not going to give you that big of a performance boost when you are reloading the data. And also it seems like we have some state issues here. You see I'm redirecting and it doesn't redirect. So we need to look into those things and they need to be manually fixed. But the good thing is that it doesn't do a full page redirect. If we look at the network request, it only calls the APIs, but it doesn't do a full new network request, which makes, it already a lot simpler and a lot quicker. And I just leaked my data. There you go. But now one thing I also want to do is sometimes the route link changes, but the old page is still there, even though the menu shows the new page opened. Fix that so the route and current page are always the same and it routes instant. It's good. We'll schedule that and then the AI will set this up. So as you can see now, once this is fixed, because you see I need to double click it for it to properly load the data. I have to double click. That's 2 network requests. That's not saving money. If I just click one, see, sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of funky. Sometimes those things can happen when you're working with AI and it refactors the entire code base. So what we're just going to do, very simple, is we scheduled this prompt. This may take a couple of minutes for it to properly update it, and then we'll test it again. And that is how you fix it, by disabling server-side rendering when it's not needed, and then also double checking that your router setup is correct. Now you know, and we'll make a little cut. So now as you can see, Lovable is publishing changes here, and while publishing the changes, I can do a little advertisement here. If you want to convert your Lovable application now that works beautifully fast as a mobile application into a native iOS and Android application and get it published on the store, you can take a look at Despia. It gives you 50 plus native features. It'll let you publish it to the App Store, and you can also get full source code export, and then you can get native features inside of there, even offline support, and you can use iCloud key value storage, native GPS location, not just wet through GPS. You can have the real deal. You can have native UI controls, device identity, so you know which user is which without needing a login system. You can do in-app purchases, all that kind of stuff, so you can take compliant purchases with StoreKit, Android Billing Center, and Revenue Cat. As you can see here, there's a full reference on how you can monetize your mobile application with Revenue Cat paywalls and all that kind of stuff. Despia makes it possible, and it integrates directly with your Lovable mobile application and anything else that you want to build and convert into a mobile application. And it's very simple, just one line of code to access native Revenue Cat in-app purchases, and then you can do push notifications and all that kind of stuff. So that was a little advertisement. I'll never do that again in this video. There you go. Now you know. And now while I did that, Lovable published the application, and we can test this again. Hopefully this works now. As you can see, we'll do the initial load, and look how fast the redirects are. It's like I click the button and it's already there before I clicked it. Look at this. boom, 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 boom. Instant. And it then loads the data in the background. It shows the cached data. And it's just, look how instant the experience is. I would say this is probably at least 5 times faster than what we had before. And this is going to make the application feel a lot better. So there you go. There you have it. This is how you make your application quick, so it actually feels like a real mobile application and not just like a website with slow, buggy, and laggy redirects. There you go. Now you know. I hope that this video helped you a lot and it's making your application a lot faster. And if there's any other video that you want me to do, please let me know. I'm always happy to help. And thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Take care.